Love, truth, and inspiration is most definitely Vuyisa Lungana Daily. Welcome to you. Now, life is one thing we're all happy to have, and here is the truth. The truth is, you know, people are very afraid of the truth, and I'm one person who's not afraid of the truth because I sincerely believe I have a great sense of humor, and those who like to laugh are the ones who fear the truth the least. Or rather are the ones who fear the truth the least. So look, here's the truth for you today. The truth is, we are not on this planet to serve other interests, particularly light-skinned interests. That's not what we are here for. Now I'm speaking to you directly as an African, the dark-skinned African. But now moving past that and speaking on a human level. Now I'm talking to each and every individual in the world. We are not here for profits. That is the simple truth of it. We're not here for profits. That's not why we are on this planet. That's not the reason why life exists. That is the simple truth right there. We're not here for profits. We all running around like headless chickens because of profits and money. Everyone needs to have the end goal is just money, 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 money. And the sad thing is, the actual people that own money, the real owners of money, they know that no. The essence of what life is about is not in money. It's not in profits. Money is a man-made thing. You know what I mean? It's another individual, just like you and I, that created this paper or this metal coin that we call money. And now we are going around here today, all of us, including the people that are supposed to be leading us. We are all running around like headless chickens because of this thing called money. But here's the truth. Here's the real truth. The reason we exist because we need to find purpose in this whole thing that we call life. And purpose, you can find in very many spaces. There's not just purpose in one thing. There's purpose in a lot of things. There's purpose in love. There's purpose in just inspiring others. There's purpose in spreading goodwill. There's purpose in achieving something great. I'll use just one very simple example. A car, a motor vehicle. Do you honestly think, right now in your mind where you are, do you honestly think that the guy that invented the car was sitting there like, I need to make some money. I need to find a way to make profits. And what is it that I can do that can make me all these profits? Honestly, do you think that's what he was sitting there thinking? No, hell no. That guy was there saying, there's a need. We need to travel faster from point A to point B. So how about we start strategizing and thinking around something like this, mechanical and all of the sorts, and eventually the car came about. And as a result of that, being such a great invention and discovery, $1 billion, $1 billion, billion yen, whatever currency you want to use, industry came out of that. We are all now in cars. For some of us, it's become something that is a sense of pride. We look at it as something of an achievement. And that's the kind of thinking I'm trying to get, not just my fellow society, which is South Africans, but the rest of the world. That's the kind of thinking I'm trying to shift us into, to say that no, because in that way, once we start thinking like that no, we are building, we are creating something. I have purpose. When I'm broadcasting like this, my purpose is to really make a difference in your mind and intellectually stimulate you and empower you to start thinking for yourself and stop letting other people think for you and make decisions for you. That's what it's about. That's where the purpose is, to see all of us in a greater plane, to see all of us live and not survive. Just a small brief description of what purpose is about, and that's where all this greatness around us that we see comes from. Now, the people that own money, they know that very well, and they have chosen to blind you and brainwash you because it's for their benefit. They have chosen to brainwash you to say that no, what matters on this planet, what matters in this life is capitalism, is accumulating wealth in all aspects, being rich, having all the money and the power. But once we start thinking for ourselves and start evaluating our own existence independently, then we can start saying, look, to all these people, that these so-called corporates and monopolies that think they own the rest of us and they control everything, that's how we bring them down, by starting to independently think and using our brain, because that's what they don't want. Why do you think they bring so many distractions, particularly through one of the biggest influencers I've just earlier alluded to, the media? They bring all these distractions so that you don't think. But that's the gist of it. You need to start thinking. This is why I'm talking to you right now, because you need to start realizing that life is not money. You're not here for money. We are here for a purpose. We are here to live. We're here to love, to inspire each other, to bring a smile on each other's faces. You know what it means to live? Maybe you're getting the wrong idea. When I say to live, I don't mean popping bottles and having all... No. Living is having a dream and achieving it. That's what living is. Surviving is having a dream and realizing that, no, there's no way I can achieve this dream because I'm struggling with the most basic of things like food. You know what I mean? That's surviving. But living is not having to worry about such, little things like food. It's there for everyone. Because all the food that we eat, I don't care what it is, it all comes from the same place. It all comes from the ground, and the ground belongs to all of those who step on it. It doesn't belong to some private property developer. It's all nonsense, man. It belongs to all of us. And such things like food need to be basics. So once we are all not struggling with such basic things, which all those people or most of those people who are in positions of power want us to keep struggling with, so that they can keep staying in power. Just to divert a bit, it's one strategy politicians all over the world use. It's out there. People know it, but they still go and vote. Here's the strategy. Keep the poor so that they can keep voting for you and enrich you so you can stay in that position. That's the school of thought that's out there. People know this. I'm saying it now. If you're listening, you know it now. So don't go and vote. But here's the surprising thing. People still, right now on the 8th of May, 26 million of them, or just under 26 million, or rather just over 26 million, are going to be casting their vote. They've registered. It's all done. And, such things. But we need to start thinking for ourselves, because life is not about money. Life is so much more than that. And the moment we start, all of us, realizing that, then we will start bringing all these so-called people who think they control everything. That's when we will bring them to their knees, ultimately. Once we start living, not only living, but also realizing the truth of why we exist.